Well, Uber is trying to get over, well, a major hurdle, some might say speed bump, in California today, as attorneys for the ride-sharing service are meeting with representatives from the state's Department of Motor Vehicles to discuss Uber's new self-driving vehicles. Now, Uber launched the driverless cars in San Francisco last week, but California has ordered them off the road, saying that Uber did not have the necessary permit. For more now, we turn to CBS News contributor Nicholas Thompson for more. So there's a permit required.
Yes. That
the leading ride-sharing company decided not to apply for. Why not just get this permit?
Well, so Uber has two reasons why they didn't try to get the permit. The permit says that if you are an autonomous car operator in California, you need to get a permit from the DMV before you start testing your cars on the road. For obvious reasons, right? This technology is not there yet, right? Uber says, look, cars aren't fully autonomous. If you read the law carefully, they don't totally apply to us, right? You can't operate the cars without a driver in the front seat. When you order a self-driving Uber in California, it's not like a car shows up with no person in it, right? There's a person in the front seat and their hands are kind of off the steering wheel. So Uber says, we don't need the permit. Second reason Uber didn't apply for the permit, Uber doesn't really like following the laws. They don't really think the laws are sensible. And they genuinely believe, as a company, that they would not be where they are had they followed all these niggling regulations and laws about everything. And this is why Uber, in its entire history, has constantly been in trouble with authorities.
So there isn't do it and, you know, apologize later rather than ask for permission. But it is, when you talk about cars and especially as it pertains to cars without drivers, it would seem erring on the side of caution is the optimal way to go.
Right. So you can make the case that it's kind of okay that maybe sort of Uber disrupted the taxi industry without following the law.
I mean, disruption as an idea is a nice thing.
You know, and maybe the Americans with Disabilities Act went too far, and so all the trouble Uber got in with ADA there. Like, maybe Uber can make the case. But we are about to enter an incredibly exciting, dangerous, complicated future. We have cars without drivers taking us everywhere. And really, you ought to be following the letter of the law, working carefully with the DMV, and moving ahead that way.
Because there are reports, we saw it, there's an Uber car running a red light.
Two, right? They've been on the road in San Francisco for like 5 minutes, and we've got 2 dash cam videos of them running red lights.
Running red lights, crossing over bike lanes.
Right. The bicyclists of San Francisco, which is actually like an effective lobbying group, is just tweeting nonstop against Uber.
Okay, so if it's fair to say then that this technology is on its way to being perhaps effective, it doesn't seem like we should be workshopping it on the roads.
Right. So Uber would counter that and say, we're not workshopping it on the roads. Like, there is a human there. There's a human looking in the mirror. They're not going to hit a bicyclist. And Uber would also say, look at our safety record. Have we run over any cyclists? Like, until Uber runs over a cyclist, I think they will just keep moving forward. So you can see Uber's position a little bit. And, of course, you can see the counter.
Well, yeah, I feel like I can see the counter more clearly, I suppose. Also, it does bear mentioning, this is a company that is staggeringly successful in terms of market cap, staggeringly less than successful in terms of money being lost. How does that impact all things here as it apparently looks to get ahead?
I think it has almost no bearing on anything. If you look at Uber's history, Uber has lost more money than any technology company in history. They lose money to an extraordinary
$800 million last quarter, and hey.
Right, with net revenue of $1.7 billion. Right, they are losing, as a proportion of their net revenue, a staggering amount of money. But they have always lost that much money. Their investors do not care. Their valuation just climbs. They are very much following the Amazon model, which is lose money, lose money, lose money, lose money, get a dominant market share position, make money. Also, why does Uber lose money? Because they give so much to drivers, right? You have to give a huge cut of every fare to drivers. What is Uber testing right now? Self-driving cars.
Okay, so let's go to the future, the near future. Is this gonna happen? And
self-driving cars?
Yeah, you're gonna have to disabuse me of the idea, I suppose, of driving. So for future generations, is this happening?
It is happening. It is happening fast. It is happening faster than you think. Yes, absolutely. I don't know how many. I will probably buy 1 car in the future before it's all done. I'll probably replace.
We all have 1 car left to drive.
You might have
our final car.
Your final car.
Wow. By Nick Thompson.
Yeah.
Really? Wow, that's
I think it's coming quickly. Like, look at the advances in this technology. Get in one of those self-driving cars. They are amazing, and they have huge advantages, right? They don't text. They don't drink. You know, they will make the roads safer. They can get into narrow parking spaces.
Yeah.
It is a great, like,
especially parking spaces where bike lanes are not involved, I suppose, at this point.
I mean, you know, we joke about it, but there are going to be huge negative effects, right? What's going to happen when all the people who drive taxis lose their jobs?
Yeah.
You know, what is going to happen to the car industry?
Yeah.
But there are huge positive effects. Nothing kills as many people in this country as, you know, vehicular accidents. And if we can limit that, that's a great benefit. So, you know, this is something where it matters a lot, the choices we made, but we are going into it, and, you know, you can buy 2 more cars.
Yeah, we're just on the choices we've made as a people. I'm going to pour one for me and pour one for my car. my steering wheel. It'll be in a museum one day. Daddy, what's that? It's a phone booth. No, it's a steering wheel. Nick Thompson. That's always thank you.
Thank you.